Are you making buyers look through a whole bunch of your listings instead of giving them one listing to look at so they can pick what they want? In this video, I'm going to show you how to consolidate all of those variations that you have of that one product. I'm going to show you why it's important, how to do it, and give you some extra tips that you need to know about before you even get started. But before I do that, let me say this. For those of you that are new to the channel, this is the way a video like this works. I'm going to give you what I said I was going to give you in the thumbnail or in the title because there's no clickbait here. If you stay until the end, I give you some items that sold in my store so that you can see what is possible for you. I talk about the items, shipping, maybe margins, all kinds of stuff that is very beneficial to you. I also answer questions and talk about comments that have been left in other videos. So if you ever have something to say, leave it in the comments below. All right, let's get this short tutorial started. Let me get on the back end. So I'm going to show you with this one draft that I have right here, this Carhartt shirt. Let's assume that you are very good at finding these shirts. You can constantly get them from somewhere, from someone. You can source them, but you're sourcing one that has no pockets, one that has one pocket, and one that has two pockets. So that's what we're going to be focusing on today. Let's just say that they're all gray, but again, no pockets, one pocket, two pockets. So those are the differences, and you want to put them all in one place. And the reason you want to do that is because if you keep selling from that one listing, eventually that listing is going to organically be at the top because eBay likes the fact that that listing continues to sell. The algorithm likes it too. So if you're promoting this now, let's say that you're paying every time, for promoted listings, eventually you're not going to have to do that because it's already going to be at the top. So why would you promote it if you're already number one? So I hope that that makes sense. Okay, so you go here. These are the pictures that you normally would use. And then right here, you have all the information, custom SKU label. I'm not going to go through all this. This is a regular listing. We keep going down. After the item specifics, here we go, variations. We click edit, if you see right here. So we're going to click edit. There we go. And right here, the attributes that are provided, you don't have to use those. You can do whatever you want. So like I said, I'm going to add my own, and it's going to be number of pockets. How about that? And then I'm going to create my own, and it's going to be one, oops, not pocket, not picket, one pocket, two pockets, and three pockets. And that's not how you spell pockets. Three pockets. There we go. Add. Now we're going to continue, and it'll automatically add them to, you're going to see right now, I was going to add them to the bottom. But right here, look, these are the default photos. So whatever you put up in the beginning for the main picture, like the main listing to have in photos, that's what you're going to see. You can also click right here and do number of pockets. That way, if you see right here, it says one pocket. So you would drag one of the pictures. Look, I don't have any of those pictures right now, but here, I'm going to use some random ones that I have here. So whatever I want to show the customer when they click on one pocket, that's what I would drag in here. So it would be a picture of the shirt with one pocket, and that's it. You go to two pockets, and then let's get the picture again. What the hell happened to my picture? There it is. Let me drag that one in there, and that's what it would look like right there. So when they click one pocket, it would look like that. Two pockets, it would look like that. Obviously, that's not it. It would be the Carhartt shirt, but I think you get the point. And then you keep going down, and then you get into this area right here. Well, first off, I'm going to delete these because they're going to be throwing me off and throwing you off. So we're just going to use the default photos for now. But let's just say that you're already here. You can do SKUs if you want to do one POC or like whatever you want to call it for yourself so you can know which one is which, because the SKU is also part of the backend so that you can know what to pick from when you're grabbing it from your inventory. You can put a UPC, or you can do what is that? Does not apply, I think is most of the time what it says. Okay, so we're going to copy it to the other ones. There we go. And then price it. So let me assume that everything's going to be $14.99, $14.99, but the one with three pockets is more expensive. So you do $19.99. Okay, so 14, 14, and 19. Okay, great. So what else do you need to do? Nothing. You would do here again. You can do the SKUs, two pockets, and three pockets, whatever you want to call it. Save and close. Okay, now we're going to go. You're going to wait. Once it's done, I'm going to keep going down. And now you have the variations on the back end. It says right there, quantity 3, and the price listing will now say $14.99 to $19.99. It's going to give a range for the customer. So now the customer is not going to see only 14 or only 19. There's going to be a range. You do everything else the same, and then you click submit. I'm not going to do that because this is a real listing that I don't want to do that too. But I'm going to show you on one of my listings so you can see what an actual listing looks like. But before I do that, I'm going to show you something that you need to know about. If for some reason, this is my Reselloupe. If for some reason you already have a listing up, like my Reselloupes, I already have a listing up that's been selling for a long time. If I want to add variations after the fact, I can't do that. Look, I'm going to scroll down and look at what it says. Variations are unavailable for this listing. Eligibility is limited to qualifying items, category, buying out, pricing formats, and other criteria. I don't know why they do that. I don't know why I could just modify one, but it is what it is, and you just have to deal with it. So in this case, because I had already started selling it with one only, no variations, I can't add them after the fact. So now I'm going to show you the one with variations. Again, this is my Reselloupe. Let's go to the back end. The information is always going to be the same, but look, now there's no files right here because they're already done where the variations are, and I'm going to show you. You go through the titles, blah, 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 everything else again. You go back here, then you edit. Okay. I already said, look, I did in my attribute was options. So that way you guys can have an option to buy something. So the option is combo 1, combo 2, combo 3, and I did 7 combos. And look, right here, these are the default photos, but I use option photos because when you click on something, I want to make sure you know and you understand 100% what you're getting. So when you click on combo 1, that's combo 1. That's combo 2. That's 3. That's 4, 5, 6, and finally 7. And then I go to the bottom. I didn't put any SKUs because I don't need SKUs for these. I do something different, and I can see it in the back end of my phone. Like when I'm picking merchandise from my warehouse, I can see it on my phone. But they are called combo 1 through 7. And then the quantities, actually, let me update this because these have been selling crazy. And then the price is $18.99, $12.99, all the way down to $10.99. So the range is going to be $10.99 to $18.99. And that's it. Now I save and close. And I am going to save this because I did the quantity. I increased the quantity. Okay, you look that, make sure everything else is correct. Free ground. And if you notice, look at this. This is one of 2 listings only that I don't promote. And why? Because nobody is looking for the Reselloupe without me telling them, without you guys coming from my channel or coming, like you saw it somebody or somewhere or somebody told you about it. So it's not like somebody is looking for a pointer for resellers or a pointer for clothing or something like that. So there's no need for me to do that. Plus, my listing has already sold so much that it's at the very top. So again, I don't put the ad rate because why the hell would I want to give eBay more money when I don't have to? I revise it, and that's it. Super simple. Actually, and that's it. It takes forever sometimes. And there you go. Now I have all of my Reselloupes ready to go. Okay, let's go over what we learned so far. Give me 1 second. There you go. Now you can see me a little better. What did we learn? I gave you some tips first and foremost to make sure that if you already started selling something on a listing, you can add variations after the fact. You have to know that because then you're going to piss yourself off. If you're thinking in the future and you're like, but I need to start selling my item now, do the variations and just zero them out. Just sell the one thing, but make sure that there are some variations so that you can eventually add them on. If you're only selling one, but you think that in the future, you're going to be able to add colors or sizes or whatever the case. What else did we learn? We learned that they are important because if you stick to one listing, you can pump up that listing all the way up so that you can be number 1 always without promoting it. That's a great way to do that. And also, customers don't have to go look through 100 of your listings or 10 of your listings. Say you have that Carhartt shirt. Now they would have to go to 3 listings to find one with 1 pocket, 2 pocket, and 3 pocket, when they could go to that one listing and maybe they buy the 1 pocket and the 2 pocket, or maybe they buy one of each. So it also increases the likelihood of people adding more items to their cart. And what else did we learn? We learned how to actually do it, because you know how I do. Resolutions gives you real solutions. All right, now that we went through that short tutorial, let's go to the what sold. Let's get the party started. Here we go. Before we go into the actual sales, I'm gonna give this comment real quick because this is funny. At Becky Boops 1 says, ha ha ha, I love it when you bless out things in frustration in the outtakes. So funny. She is referencing Shoot Shirts Faster, the ultimate shirt photography setup for fast listings. The reason I say this is because if you guys stay up until the end, I go through my entire video. I pitch the Resellupe. I tell you guys, if you want additional content, become a paid member of the channel, which is a Posse member. And then afterwards, I do the beep, and then I put the outtakes. The reason I do that is because a lot of you have already told me through email or through comments that sometimes you feel some kind of way when you look at YouTubers that have it all figured out. You know, oh my God, look at these people. Like, they have everything. They're so good and they're super efficient and they never make any mistakes. That could not be further from the truth. Trust me. And I like to put the outtakes on there because sometimes I am an idiot, and that's okay. I laugh at myself, and I love to laugh at myself because I don't take myself too seriously. I do take my business very seriously, but I like to have fun and I like to keep it light. So whenever you guys watch a video, these or the regular videos like my how-to videos, just wait until the end so you can see the bloopers. Hilarious. All right, with that said, let's go into the first sale. Circle Dallas, Texas Western Men's 46R Brown Blazer. Look at that. Woo! Somebody's gonna cowboy that shit up. Okay, so I bought this for $8 and it sold pretty fast within, I think it was like a week and a half. And that, wait, a week and a half? I put it up on the 7th, it's the 16th. I think it sold 2 days ago, so, about a week. Okay, this right here, usually like coats or blazers, unless it's a super sought after one, it takes a while. It takes about 3 months on average, maybe a little bit more to sell. But I love buying these because they're necessary. I love shopping for them. They allow me to look at new merchandise and new ways of looking at merchandise and maybe the materials. So I love this one. And sold it for $33.99, $9.99 shipping after fees and everything. I brought home $33.60. What did I pay for it? $8, so $25 in profit. Not a huge profit, but come on, turning $8 into $25 for something that's supposed to move slow, that's awesome. The Western wear does sell. People need it for either they want it for work, maybe they want it for like a wedding or like a party. It's great. I love it. Next, this one sold fast within 1 day. Huck Performance Fishing Shorts Men's 2XL Blue Quick Dry. Okay, Huck Fishing, HUK. It's an excellent brand. I always pick it up. I've never not sold anything Huck. I think that's how you say it, by the way. And if I'm saying it wrong, leave it in the comments below. You guys can talk shit there. Okay, so I bought this for $2. Sold for $24.99, $8.99 shipping. Look, I haven't even shipped it. After fees and everything, I brought home $26.23 minus the shipping, which in these are going to be about, let's call it $6 in shipping. So I'm at 20 minus the $2, $18. So I turned $2 into $18 in profit. That is an excellent margin. Huck Fishing does sell. In fact, I'm getting more and more fishing merchandise in my store. I love fishing shirts. They always sell, especially when you buy them in, not in bulk, but when you buy more than one and they're the same size. If you put them together, they sell like that because guys go fishing a lot and you want to be able to, like, you don't want to have to wash it as soon as you get back because you want to use it the following day. You want to be able to recycle them or cycle your shirts, right? So one's in the washer while you're using the second one and vice versa. So I usually put shirts like that together and they sell pretty fast. Next, here we go. California Golden Seals Mitchell and Ness Snapback. So I didn't know what this was, but I bought it because it's a nice looking hat. Look at that, the fish right there. Look at this aquarium theme. And then of course it is hockey. It's got the hockey stick right there. I bought this for $3, sold for $15, $5.99 shipping after fees and everything. I brought home $16.07. What did I say I paid? $3. So $13.07 in profit. Oh wait, nope. Well, $13.07 minus, I still have to ship this. The shipping is going to be about $5. So about $8 in profit. I love buying hats and I love selling hats because they are very easy to take pictures of. They're super fast. They don't take up a lot of space. And normally I can get them for under $5. You want to get them, obviously the cheapest, the cheaper the better, but usually they're going to cost you about $3 for a decent hat that still looks nice and it's not all kinds of jacked up. And by the way, if you guys notice right here, it says $5.99 shipping. I'm not doing that anymore for hats. Even if they're used, what I'm doing now is that I'm doing free shipping moving forward, because it just makes sense. When they're hats usually will sell for about, the pre-owned ones for about $10 to $15 plus shipping. So I said, why don't just add it to it? That way the customer can say, oh, $15 hat, great, let me just buy it. And it also pushes you up in the listings. So this should have been $21. That's what it would have been normally, or now normally going forward. Here we go. Next, here is a, oh, this is a question. Okay, this is a good one. You guys need to pay attention to this in case this happens to you. So they are referencing how not to get scammed on eBay. And this is not my most recent one. This is last year's how not to get scammed on eBay. Okay, at Katie8193 says, I've just made a payment through eBay for phone. eBay for a phone. Okay. Seller has no prior sales and has listed 4 items. After I won the bid, he gave me the shipping price. Afterwards, mind you. He updated it slightly more than what he said he would. Today, the item still hasn't been shipped. He says shipping costs have increased further. Should I continue with it? Will eBay protect me? Okay, there's 2 things going on here. One, this person is in another country and they requested an invoice, and the guy really is like, the seller really is like, hey, this is what it costs, man. You know, I'm sorry that maybe I told you $14, but it's going to cost $28 because I'm not in the eBay global shipping program, and that's what it costs. They shouldn't do that anyways, but that's the first thing that could happen. Or what could happen is that somebody's trying to scam her to get more money to pay, and then they're never going to ship out the phone. So I just told her to contact eBay and not to provide any payment until she figured it out with eBay, because I don't know what's going on here. It could be a lot of things. So when something feels fishy, when you don't feel 100% good about a sale or a purchase, get involved with eBay, or just stop real quick. Don't give any money out. Don't ship anything out, and just let it simmer for a second to see what happens. Because a lot of the times, the scammers need time to prepare all this and to get you. So you just want to wait a little bit to see what's going on, because eBay is pretty good at protecting you and protecting your money. So you can always contact eBay and get protected that way. Next, here we have Bailey's of Hollywood Light Felt Fedora for J. Crew. Okay, let me say something about this. I bought this because I know that Bailey's of Hollywood, the vintage stuff or the stuff that's not made for J. Crew, can sell for a shitload of money. A fedora like this, that is the vintage original or the original Bailey's that's not for another company, can sell for upwards of $200, $300, or $400. Seriously. This one, because it was J. Crew, I already knew was still going to work because it's a nice hat and it's packable. That means it's going to be able to fold. So, and this was new, by the way. I bought this for $3, sold for $28.03, free shipping after fees and everything. I brought home $23.53. I haven't shipped this out. This is a brand new one that I have to ship out tomorrow. But for those of you that are thinking, well, that's going to cost you a lot because it's a hat. Actually, no. Again, I gave free shipping, and the price was set in such a way, or in the price that I said was in such a way because I knew that this wasn't going to cost me much because it's packable. That means that I can fold it. I'm not going to put it in a bag because that's just ghetto shit, but I'm still going to put it in a box, but I'm going to be able to fold it into a way smaller box, like an 8x6x4, and probably stick or be under 1 pound. So it's still going to be cheap enough for me not to lose all my margins and still make money. So after the $23.53, let's take away another, let's say tops $7. Okay, so I'm going to make what? $16 in profit. Wait, 16, no, 16 minus the 3. So $13 in profit. That's still a great margin for putting in $3. That's great. I love selling hats. I love hats. I always look at hats. That's just me. I don't wear them all the time on camera because I just don't want to wear them because I'm inside. But I do love hats. Look at this next one. Ray-Ban cases. These do not make a whole bunch of money, as in the average dollar sale is not high, but they take 0 time to list, 0 time for pictures, and they do sell consistently. I always sell cases. Oakley, Maui Jim, Ray-Ban, Costa, Prada, Gucci, and so on and so forth. I can name a whole bunch of them. I was actually at one point in my life, I mean, I can still consider myself that because I do know quite a bit about glasses, but I was a professional in eyewear. All types of styles, all types of brands. I can tell you about all types of models, what they're made of, how they're made. It's something that I did for a huge company a long time ago, other than Oakley. Okay, I bought this for $1, sold for $11.89, free shipping. Like I said, if it's smaller items that are under a pound, usually now I'm doing free shipping. After fees and everything, I brought home $9.60 minus $5 that I'm gonna pay for the shipping cost, so $4.60. And I have quite a few, not of that one, but Ray-Bans, Oakleys again, Maui Gyms, and all that. And they do sell. They ship out fast, and they take me 0 time to pack them. It's super fast. Now let's look at something that will sell for a little bit more money, because a lot of you are probably thinking, because I get this a lot, bro, how are you making any money? You only show us the ones that are $5 or $3. Like, bro, come on, man. Like, do I look like, if you guys go to my store, there are items also that sell for more money than $2 to $3. I show you items that are more accessible for most of you, or that make sense, or that have something that I can talk to you about so that you can understand the thought process behind buying things that might seem insignificant in making money, but they make money in the long run. A bunch of little sales do add up. They really do. Anyways, here we go. Wall length temperature regulator, LRT, LTR, I'm dyslexic sometimes. LTR 100 adjustable heat controller. This was brand new, by the way. Well, brand new open box, because the box was kind of jacked up right there. So I just said, you know what? I don't want any problems. So I'm just going to put it as brand new open box. I bought it for $350, sold super fast within like 2 days, $49.99, free shipping after fees and everything. I brought home $34.95. What did I pay? $350. So let's just say $4. So I'm going to make $31 in profit. That is an excellent thing to buy. So most of you are going to be like, I don't know what that is. I would never pick that up because I don't know what that is. Okay, when it comes to things like this, things for the home, alarm systems, temperature controllers, pads for the walls, I know that most of you won't know what the hell they are, but you can always search it. You can get AI to help you, to tell you about the product so that you can understand it, because things like this are necessary. A lot of the times you're not going to find them, and people are wanting them because they have to replace, maybe, because this is not new, this is an older one. So maybe they have an older home that they need replacing, and where are they going to get it? So they go to eBay and look for it. And this is why you can bank on items like this. I always buy things like this. I buy plates for the wall. I wish I could show you, but behind the camera, there's a plate on my wall that has eagles and the US flag. It's like a big copper plate. They're freaking awesome. They're wall plates. They're great. You know, things like that are necessary for a home, for home decor, or for, in this case, because of the temperature control, buy them. They do make money. Just get as much information as possible. Again, you can get AI to help you if you don't want to do your own search. Next, here we go. Oh yeah, this is a good one. At Alabama Flip 2053 says, love this guy. He's funny, he's smart, and he's right. Well, thank you for the kind words. He is referencing the Doge Guide to eBay. Streamline your store like a pro. First of all, if you guys hadn't seen it, I talk about how to be efficient in your store. How to get rid of all the waste and all the bullshit that is dragging your store down. Now, he is referencing something that I said there, and let me say this. This is not about me being political. I made this like this in the Dozier store because this is a huge trending word right now, and this is a huge topic that most of you probably know about. And again, I'm not trying to get political, but this isn't political. This right here, this man, along with President Trump, they're trying to save America from all the assholes that are stealing our money. Left, right, up, down, I don't care who you are and what you believe in. You should be mad that your tax money is being malspent. And if you're not mad and you're okay with, like, don't, get rid of Doge and don't let him do any of that. Oh my God. Then you know what? You can just bend over now so the government can do a ditty on you later. I mean, shit. So I understand that he knows that I'm right, because again, it doesn't matter what you believe in. This isn't about, I believe in this person and this person. Like, no. All I'm saying is that this is wrong. We need to fight for our country and for our taxes because that money belongs to us, the citizens of this country. So that's why I love what he's doing. And I had to put up a video. And did I lose subscribers? Hell yeah, I did. And I don't give a shit. For those people, if you're still watching this and you unsubscribed, I don't give a shit. Get off my channel. It's all the same. I say what I think that people need to hear so that they can wake up to what is happening in this world. And I just want to live a happy life and be able to run a good business in a country that allows us to do that. And right now, that's the United States of America. Yeah, baby. Okay. Next, here we go. Vest strap, Nikon photography camera vest. For those of you that are camera fanatics, you understand this vest. I've worn these vests because I used to do, or not used to do, when I went to school, I went for communications and we had to carry stuff all the time because we were always shooting video everywhere. We were out on the street, we were on campus, whatever. And these vests right here, all those pockets are necessary. You carry batteries, you carry power supplies, besides batteries, like power supplies, like cords. You carry microphones, you carry everything. So these vests are definitely necessary. Look, I bought it for $6.40, sold for $25. I took an offer, $9.99 shipping after fees and everything. I brought home $20.65. Did I ship that already? Yes, I did. How much did I say that I bought it for? $6. Let's just say $6. So I'm making $14 in profit. I love those vests they are very necessary. And if you notice, I did put fishing, hunting. Why? Because if you don't want to use it for cameras, I don't care what you use it for. You could use it to go fishing. You could use it to carry your stuff. You could use it to go hunting. You could carry ammo there. You could carry food. You can carry your bottles of water. I mean, you can carry anything. So it makes sense. And this is why I added those keywords, because I hit the photography sector, fishing and hunting, and it did sell. Now I wonder who the hell bought it and if they bought it for photography or something else. But, oh well, I'm never going to find out. But anyways, here's our next one. Merrell Moab Ventilator Mid-Man Size 9. Great boots. Merrell is an excellent brand to pick up. I bought it for $5. Sold for $30. I took an offer. $9.99 shipping. Excuse me. After fees and everything, I brought home $23.20. Minus the $5, so $18 in profit. The hiking shoes, hiking boots, anything that protects your ankle, they are always a good pickup. Just make sure that they're in good condition from the soles, they're not torn, and that you're able to lace them up. My rule of thumb for shoes, by the way, and I'm going to show you because I have another shoe that's coming up. For shoes, if it takes me more than about 1 minute, 30 seconds to a minute to clean them, I'm not picking them up because they take forever. I know that a lot of you, and I say this in a bunch of other videos, you start, scrubbing them and you're like, you get the Clorox bleach and you bleach out the white parts. And I understand if you do that, if and only if those shoes bring you a shitload of money. And I mean, they're like vintage, super hard to find, rare, and they bring you in $50, $100, $200, then I get it. If they're going to bring you in $30, $40, and you're going to make, 25 in profit, 30 in profit, I don't think it's worth it because it takes forever. And then you have to let them dry. And there's just so much behind it that I don't recommend it, but that's just me. You do you. And whatever works for you is fine by me. I just like to work fast. De bolon. Okay, next. Here we have Le Creuset Souffle Dish Bowl. Well, you guys, if you have been watching my channel for any time, you already know that I always sell Le Creuset. Number one, there's a Le Creuset near me, and I buy stuff all the time. Number two, I actually own a lot of Le Creuset. It's an excellent brand to pick up. And it is called Le Creuset, by the way, because a lot of people don't know how to pronounce it. So these items sell, and they sell for good money because they are worth it. You get what you pay for with Le Creuset, seriously. Like I have a Dutch oven. That's just a big ass pan. For those of you that don't cook, that's a big ass pan with a lid. My Dutch oven cost about, I think that one was like $250. No, $320 or something like that. But that Dutch oven, I can kick somebody's ass with that Dutch oven and nothing will happen to it because it is cast iron and then it is glazed over. It's just beautiful. And I've had it for a long time and it's so good. I do recommend you guys buy it for yourselves if you guys love to cook. And of course, buy it to resell it. Look, it says 0 right there because it was mine. But I sold it for $31.91 or $35.91, $12.99 shipping after fees and everything. I brought home $28.58. Excellent money to bring back. Mind you that I use that for about 6 months. And then I got to get rid of it. And some of the money that we get from these sales, I just go buy new ones because I like to keep my house fresh and keep my kitchen fresh. Next, here we go. At Deborah Martindale 6991 says, great video, shows exact pics needed, infos and measurements to include, how to fold the bag, including handy tip to mark table for size, bag size, and label. I assume the bag is 15 by 10. Yes, it is. I'll be watching a few times to take detailed notes. Love these detailed with no fluff how-to videos. Okay. Oh, pardon me. Hold on one second. Oh, there we go. She is referencing the ultimate shirt photography setup for fast listings. It is a brand new series. I was going to grab my glasses. Oh, there they are. It's a brand new series called Classes with Glasses. It's basically courses on how to be more efficient and proficient in all your classes. That's what I say. It's part of my pitch at the beginning. And these are meta glasses. So I put these on and you're going to see my point of view. And then I have a secondary camera shooting so you can see me from far and then you can see what I'm actually doing. So she's referencing that. I wanted to put this up here because most of the stuff that I will show you there, it's to save you time, to save you money, and to make you a lot faster so that you can make more money. Go and watch that video and you'll see a lot of little shortcuts that I guess, because you know how people say common sense is not so common? Well, I guess it's not because a lot of people were looking at me like, well, why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? And it just comes natural to me. Like I make master measurements for everything. For example, that's 1 inch. I measure my cuarta, which is this, my hand. I measure from like your wrist to here. That way, when you're out and about, you can measure quickly without having to use tools. You are the tool. I do the same thing in my processing room. I have taped out areas to where if it's like, say I have one on the wall to where from the bottom to that tape, it's 36 inches. So I already know it's 3 feet. So I do things like that because it's so much easier and so much faster because I'm doing the same thing over and over again. So those videos, and that's just the first one, by the way, I'm talking about button-up shirts. Those videos, they're going to keep coming much more throughout the year in different things. Like I'm going to do shoes. I'm going to do how to pick and pack, meaning pick your product from warehouse and then pack it. I'm going to do whatever it is that you guys need to become better and more successful in your reselling business. So look forward to that. Next, here we go. Everybody skipped these because they thought they were ugly and they're like, oh man, who's going to buy these? And they didn't know what they were. And I'm like, seriously, it says Powerlift right there. Come on, man. These are powerlifting shoes. Adidas Powerlift men's size 10.5 cross trainers. Cross trainer is a great keyword. Powerlift is definitely a keyword outside of the fact that it says Powerlift right there. Powerlifting or lifting or weightlifting, those are good keywords for things that are used for that. I bought them for $5. Sold for $21.24, $9.99 shipping. After fees and everything, I brought home $16.55. So I brought home $11.55 and they sold within like a couple of days. So it's a great pickup. The reason they were priced that low, actually they were priced at $25, but I sent out 15% off and they took it. But they were priced that low because there was a small tear up here. So I priced them accordingly. Just because everybody else is selling them for like $28 and you're like, well, it has a tear, but I can get 28. Sometimes you got to take a hit. You know, if there's a flaw, mark down the flaw and tell them like, hey, the price is reflected because of the flaw. And customers will appreciate that you're giving them a discount, or they'll appreciate that they're not having to pay extra to buy something that has an issue in it. Just remember that. Here's another pair of shoes, Cole Haan Grand 360. I bought all these shoes at the same time, by the way, that day, because they're all $5. Look at this. First off, the Cole Haan Grand 360, that whole line does make money. These specifically make money because first off, they were in very good condition. And you'll see, well, actually you can't see at the bottom, but the soles were impeccable. They look like they never used them. And this cap toe just means that it has that line right there because they're capping your toe. These cap toe shoes are great for work. They're business wear. They're casual. You can go out with them. They're great shoes. Bought them for $5. Sold for $25.49, $9.99 shipping. After fees and everything, I brought home $19.92. So $14.92 in profit. That is an excellent pickup. Next. Okay. Don't ever skip little items that you think, oh, who the hell's going to buy that? I mean, it's insignificant. It's small. because this is nostalgic. Who remembers Alf? Seriously. And this thing is tiny, 2.5 inches. So it's about that. It was, yeah, it was about that big. Okay, so I bought it for $1, sold for $9.97, $5.99 shipping. After fees and everything, I brought home $8.91 minus the $1, so $7.91 in profit. When you touch people's hearts, when people remember their childhood, when people look back at something that was beloved in an era, trust me, it'll sell. You just have to know what you're picking up and you have to know the era. Here's our next question or comment. This is a question. At Sewing Machine Lust 5367 says she is referencing the ultimate shirt photography setup. Your efficiency is impressive. Well, thank you very much. I really try. And this didn't happen overnight. It used to be a mess, and then less mess until it's pretty efficient. In your opinion, ironing is not worth the time, or buyers do not expect it? Ooh, that's a good one. Buyers on eBay don't expect it. And is it worth the time? No, with a couple of exceptions. The exception I would say, and I've done this before, is when there was once, I forgot what brand it was, but it was a coat, like a sport coat that I bought that was super high end. So I said, I'm not gonna just sell it like that. So what I did, because I wanted to get more money than everybody else, I bought it for like $3. I took it to the dry cleaner. I paid $11 or $10.50 to dry clean. So I was already in it for about $14, let's say, with taxes and everything. So I was in it for $14. Everybody else that was selling it for $200 was getting $200, and I said, no, I'm gonna tell them that I just took it to dry clean. I'm gonna show the receipt without phone numbers and all that, because you can't do that. But the receipt of where I took it to, like the dry cleaner, and then I'm gonna show them the date that I took it, and then the little tag that says dry clean, and I'm gonna ask for, I think it was $80 more, and guess what? I got it for $80 more. There's two things that happens when the customer sees that. Number one, they trust you because they're like, man, this person went through all this trouble, is showing me the actual receipts of what is going on, because he took it to dry clean, and then I'm gonna get it, and it's plug and play, like we say plug and play for VCRs and whatever, like for consoles. So plug and play, meaning they get it, they put it on, they can go out with it. They don't have to feel icky that somebody else wore it or that it's used or nothing, because it's already dry cleaned. People want to do nothing. They just want to get the product and they want to use it. The more convenience you provide to them, the better. Now, is ironing worth it all the time? No, it's not. There's no way that I'm ironing all that stuff that I buy. But let me give you a tip. If you wash everything or not, that's up to you. Most of my stuff, like 99% of my stuff, is washed. So it goes into the wash, then it goes into the dryer, then it goes back to hang, so that I can, until I'm ready to start shooting the pictures. If something is really wrinkled and you don't want to take pictures of that because it looks like shit, and I get it. So what you could do is that you can grab that garment, throw it in the dryer with a balled up sock that is moist, or a shirt or whatever, it doesn't matter. Just like a moist towel, and throw it in the dryer for about 2 minutes. Let it just do that. What happens is that the humidity or the water becomes sort of steam inside the dryer. But what you have to do, as soon as you take it out, you have to hang the garment, and then let it hang and let it just chill for a little bit. Most of the wrinkles will come out. So this is when you're already starting taking pictures and you want to remove some of the wrinkles. If you want to do this, like if you want to have this done already, then wash all your clothes, throw them in the dryer, but you can't let them sit. Like you can't let them sit if you're going to your 9 to 5. Let's say that you do this part-time, you go to your 9 to 5, you can't let them sit in the dryer. Like when it's stopped, when it's done, you can't let them sit. As soon as it's done, you take them out and you hang them. If you do that, trust me, you're really never gonna have to press anything unless it's linen, because linen sucks. I mean, linen's awesome, but linen sucks in the way that it wrinkles really badly, and the whatchamacallit, the sleeves look like the camel chewed them. So just an FYI. But that's what I got to say about that. Next sale. Here we have vintage Wade Whimsies. Man, I have sold so many Wade. By the way, Wade sells all the time. People still collect them. I know that some of you are like, who collects ceramics? Well, Wade is definitely collectibles. I bought a lot of 200 of them a while back. These just sold because look, I had them up since March of 24. And these just took forever because the ones that I sold were the most sought after ones, but they still sold. Bought them for $1, sold for $19, $5.99 shipping. I took an offer for this. After fees and everything, I brought home $16.63. Excellent pickup. Again, weight figures, they do sell. Not all of them are going to sell fast, and not all of them are going to sell for all the money in the world, but they will sell. Next, I wanted to show you this because I wanted to show you a horrible purchase. Most of you think that Lego will always sell for all the money. No, it will not. At one point, I was selling dots a lot on Amazon, and I was doing great with them. But then dots went whoop, and they just lost all their market share. Not Lego, but the line of dots. It says right here, dots. So they went downhill, and I was stuck with a bunch of them. I think I had 200 of them. And if you notice right there, I paid for $1 each, right? So I got them sent back from FBA, which is fulfilled by Amazon. It's like a warehouse that Amazon has. I got them sent back to me. And then I took them out and I put them on eBay for 9 packages for the price that you'll see right now. So 9 packages sold for $22.87 free shipping after fees and everything. I brought home $12.94. Thankfully, I'm still making money. I made $4 in profit. But just so you know, not everything, look, when something is hot now, doesn't mean it's going to be hot forever. So I'm not saying don't buy a lot of it because you're scared that it's not going to sell. What I'm saying is that you have to be aware of that. You have to think like a customer and think like emerging markets or new markets that might be going downhill, so you can understand what is happening in the future, so you can gauge it as best as you can. So always keep an eye out. And of course, somebody said buyer note. Look, please add a note to the package. It says Ashby, these are for your party bags. It says love. I'm assuming it was love, so I put love, Auntie Erin. So what I did was that I have cards. I have thank you cards, or I have cards when people ask me to do this. I don't mind doing that because they give a good review and they'll come back to the store because I went the extra mile for them. And I did write that, as girly as I could because I had to write it. My girl wasn't here. And then I wrote it and I sent it to her, and I'm sure she was happy. And if Ashby is watching this for some reason, or Auntie Erin, thank you very much for the purchase, and I hope that she had a great birthday. Last sale but not least. Who the hell would have thought that these would sell, right? Texas Farm Trailer. There's nothing special about this plate, but I got a bunch of these, and I mean a bunch. I think I bought like 400 plates, 10 cents each. 400 plates for 10 cents each. Sold, and I've been selling them. This one sold for $10.88, $5.99 shipping after fees and everything. I brought home $6.82, so $6.72. I sold a whole bunch of other ones that are way nicer, or that were custom, that didn't have just generic numbers that said something on them. I sold them for $20, $30, $40, $50, even $100. And plates always sell. People want them to... Maybe they have a show car and they don't want to register it, and not because they're doing something ghetto. I mean, they don't want to register it in meaning that they just want to put like a vanity plate. And these aren't, as long as you don't use them, to drive around thinking that this is, gonna work, then they're fine. You can use that. You can maybe take them to a car show because they want to show a plate and how it would have looked in the 80s or something like that. Or they're used to put maybe somebody that was from Texas and was a farmer. Maybe they live in New York now and they miss Texas and they put it on their wall. Who knows? But plates do sell, and I love selling them because they're so easy to ship. All right, last comment or question at Keep Pushing Through YouTube says, is the payback amount 4% or can you change it? How long do they give you to repay? PayPal pretty much was until it pays off. Okay, quick cash. So they're referencing, is eBay's cash advance worth it? First of all, if you guys are using Liberis, it has a very high amount of a percentage that you have to pay back. So please be very careful. But in my eyes, whenever possible, if you can use somebody else's money to do all of your business, as long as you don't go into really bad debt to where you can't get out, and you understand debt and how to mess with it and how to use it to run your business, do that. I always do that because why would I use my money when I can use somebody else's? If my company goes bankrupt, if for some reason I just have 0 sales for a year and I go bankrupt, well, guess what? My personal money is going to be protected, and all I'm going to lose is my LLC money. which is going to be borrowed, and the LLC takes a hit for that, and that's it. So that is just a recommendation. But let me answer the question. Was the payback amount 4%? Because I said I borrowed $1,000 to show you guys as a test, because I don't have to borrow from them. I have a better percentage just using my regular credit card. But is it 4%? No. For $1,000, it was 4%. They don't give you a choice. Depending on how much you buy or how much you borrow, and not for how long, you ask to borrow money, and they'll tell you how long that you need to repay it and what the percentage is. You don't have a choice. And then how long do they give you? They give you until it's done. So you don't have, as of now, when I called and I said, hey, I want to pay it off early because it was just a test for a YouTube video, they said, well, this and that. They gave me a bunch of runaround, and they were saying, well, you can't pay it, but if you, for some reason, you need another one, you can't get it for another 6 months. And I'm like, what? Why? So they couldn't explain shit. And I said, if I ever want to do a follow-up, I want to make sure that I can still borrow money from them so that I can show you guys. So I said, fine, just leave it. So every day they would take 4% of my sales until it paid off. And that's it. Simple as that. And that is it, everybody. Those were all the sales. And of course, I showed you exactly what to do to make variations for your listings. Don't forget that if you are thinking that your listing is going to have variations in the future, make sure that you do variations now before you start selling, because you can't add them after the fact. To continue supporting the channel, you can always buy a motivational product from the store below. You can buy a Resellupe to add value to the photos you're already taking. Better photos means better sales, plain and simple. You can become a member of the Resellutions Posse for less than gas station coffee and get access to What the FAQ Thursdays. On Wednesdays, people ask me 2 burning questions that I deep dive on Thursdays, and they're always fun and they're always informative. As always, give this video a like, share this with anyone that needs to see it, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already so you don't miss awesome videos like this. See you in the next one. Peace. And cheers, everybody. Woohoo. So good. This stuff right here, so good. So good. My girl makes it for me. Pinches indios culeros como chingan. Black. Ahora sí, pinche micrófono culero que nunca jala. Okay, no problem. Just fix it. Stop complaining.